All right, so here we are with the absolutely wonderful Coach Phoenix. Thank you for dropping by. How are you doing today?
Thanks for having me.
All right, so obviously, I wanted to talk a little bit about FitXR and particularly your background in mixed martial arts and how you're kind of taking all of this mixed martial art training into what you're doing with FitXR. So, I guess the first question is in terms of MMA, Muay Thai, how do you translate all of that unique power and presence into what you're doing with FitXR, particularly in the training?
I think that I've been in the martial arts and fitness industry for a really long time. And if you don't get involved with the current trends, then you wind up becoming a dinosaur in those spaces. So when virtual reality started to become a thing, I obviously wanted to be a part of it because anything that makes people move and feel better is a huge part of what martial arts is. Like, listen, I love the fighting side for sure, but there's like a spiritual connection to your body that comes with it as well. And then you get the kind of a glimpse into the future of us using VR, which is basically helping people with their reflexes, helping them, when you train in martial arts, you're not just training your body, you're also training your eyes and your reaction time. So it just kind of fits all of those principles of what martial arts is and uses technology as an intersection between just kind of making us move better as human beings. So I was excited to be part of it.
For sure. I mean, one of the things that really strikes me as potentially a difficulty in terms of bringing mixed martial arts and all of these kind of combat sports into virtual reality is you lose a lot of that physical punch, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't get that kind of feedback. So how are you able to take that physical feedback and try to translate it into what you do?
You have to use your imagination. You have to use what's given to you on the
For sure.
screen and what you know intrinsically as a human being of stress, of arousal control is what we call it, like dealing with all of these things coming at you at the same time and being able to breathe and stay calm and reactive and all of those things. So I take as much of what my personality and what my experience in combat knows, and I try to set up their imagination, their mind with what they're seeing on the screen.
When I do some of the combat sports, particularly if I'm feeling like I really want to push myself that day, occasionally I'll employ the use of resistance bands
Mm-hmm.
that will attach around my wrist and just give me that little bit of extra physical feel. Is that something that you'd recommend or something that you think perhaps might do a little more damage than good in the long run?
I think it comes down to where you are in your experience. Just like with martial arts, you've got your white belt, your yellow belt, your green belt, your black belt, purple belts, whatever it is, right? So, like, once you feel like you have a little bit more experience and accuracy and you know how to generate power within your own body, because lots of people just flail and they don't understand when to release tension and the point of impact and all those things that are really important with combat sports, how to actually use your core and connect to the ground and all of those things. Once you have that within your own body, then maybe you use like you know, the weighted, like the little weights that you use for your hands. Those
Hmm.
type of things would help. And even
Yeah,
doing FitXR and as amazing it as it is, I still recommend that people strength train. On the side and use FitXR as great for combat sports, but also find your strength training, do our strength classes, do a little bit of everything because the body needs everything.
sure, sure. So, um, in your training, in when you were training back in the day for all your mixed martial arts, do you think you'd have perhaps used something like FedXR? Do you think you would have found it useful to have as a supplement to what you're doing?
Absolutely. Just because of the accuracy, just if I wanted to keep my accuracy going and I even because I've been doing martial arts a really long time. I fought in boxing, Muay Thai and karate. I never got to compete in MMA. I wound up becoming a commentator later on in MMA
Mhm, mhm.
and training a little bit of jiu-jitsu and stuff. But when I used to take karate classes, we would take green, yellow and blue tape and put it on the wall, and you would have to work your accuracy with your kicking or your punching, green, yellow, blue, like a coach would call it out. You're kind of doing that with
Mhm.
FitXR as you're hitting the lights and you're working on your accuracy. So it's just like a more techno- technologically advanced version of what our coaches would do. So that level of like
Mm.
hand-eye coordination is critical, and I think it really does actually help with that.
And probably a lot less wall damage as well when you're doing it in
Yeah,
virtual reality.
for sure.
So, where do you see this going further? Can you envision in the future virtual reality becoming an even more integral part of training can you see sort of where it's going to go?
I mean, it, I've been in the fitness industry for 20 years now, so watching advances in technology and how it can help us in our everyday lives, I think is like really crucial. So I think there's some in terms of even arousal control and meditation and these accuracy in the timing and all these things that we're using, they're all very helpful. I mean, I can't imagine where it would go next, but
Hmm.
I do think that it's just another helpful tool for anybody who's trying to be more athletic or who is an actual, already uh, polished athlete.
Sure. So let's say we've got someone brand new watching who's never touched FitXR before and wants to find out a little bit about each of the coaches and their training style. How would you explain your style of coaching to someone brand new to virtual fitness?
I'm probably a nerdy, sarcastic, pop culture influenced sensei. I
I like that.
I'm gonna bring up John Wick once or twice. I'm gonna bring up the Karate Kid. I'm gonna reference Rocky, but also I have real combat experience and I've been around professional athletes, like I said, for the last 20 years. So I know it works. I know what motivates you. And also I have a kind, gentle spirit who was a kid who suffered from asthma, and the only way I got out of my asthma was actually to train myself out of it. So I do have a bit of a soft heart for any beginner that's interested, and I will help and guide you through. So I'm a little tough in your corner, but it's like that toughness that comes from a place because I actually care, and I hope that that comes across in my content.
A true tough love, I guess.
Sarcastic, funny, warm.
I mean, with all the pop culture references, I expect you're pretty excited about what's coming up with season three. It's going to be an excellent one. I don't know if I can talk too much about it because I don't know when this interview is going up, but obviously we've got some really cool stuff coming in terms of the new season and pop culture references.
Yeah, the best part of a movie for me has always been the training montage. It's my favorite part when you see the hero become better and more efficient at the skills that they're trying to do. So I always imagine myself in these like fun training montages with the great soundtrack, and it just pumps you up and it makes it just so much more fun.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. And let's talk a little bit about music because obviously music is the soundtrack to a workout. Whenever I find the right music for me, I find that workout flows so much better. In the past, we've had a few different artist series with DMX and Lady Gaga. So if you could choose one artist or one band that you would absolutely want to see as a FitXR series, who would it be?
Oh, this is a very difficult question because I like many, many styles of music.
Mm.
So if it was rock, I'd want it to be the Foo Fighters. If it was rap or hip hop, I would want it to be like Method Man or the Wu Tang Clan. So, I have a Wu Tang tattoo,
Nice.
I like every type of music, but I'm always excited when there's a new artist or somebody to vibe with.
For sure. I mean, for me, if I had to choose one, it would be Bring Me the Horizon, a band that I hold very close to my heart, that I can always turn to whenever I need that extra little bit of power, be that in a FitXR workout or when I'm at the gym trying to
Yeah,
beat
I
that
agree.
PR. So let's stick on that sort of style. Obviously, we know that food is an incredibly important part of working out. We need that sustenance, but we also need to have those cheat days every so often, those meals that we truly enjoy that perhaps we shouldn't eat every day. What would be your ultimate cheat meal?
Well, I'll tell you, when I was competing, especially in Muay Thai, I had to cut a bit of weight. I used to cut anywhere from I'm 5'2", so like 5 pounds is a big deal because percentage of body weight. So I would lose
Hmm.
anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds. And as soon as I was done with the fight and I wanted my big cheat meal, I would have like chicken and waffles or pizza. Those are like my go-to cut weight after fight celebratory like food. But chicken and waffles is like always a good a good place to go.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So, I mean, that's sort of the end of what I've got question wise here, but I do just have one more for you. And the question is do you see yourself as a fairly
Yeah.
competitive person?
no hesitation in that answer.
So, but that leads me on to the next. That brings me on to the next question then. Of shall we jump into FitXR and see just how competitive the both of us are?
I mean, I'm cool with that.
So let's transition from this scene to something slightly more spacious. I've got a wall here and a wall here. I feel like I'd definitely break a wall or two. So let's transition and let's jump straight into, what are we feeling, a boxing or a combat?
Let's do a combat. Let's enhance, just do a little bit of everything. Let's do it.
Coach Phoenix in the house, and let's get ready to rock. We got a grip of hammers, double punches, and high blocks this round, so be ready. Double punch. Pro tip, your guard is really important. If it's too low, you'll miss the high blocks. If it's too high, you'll miss the hammers. So we gotta find it at chin height. So you're fast to your center strikes, your highs, or your lows.
Silence and concentration.
Snap back time.
Well, I normally talk smack, but I'm being nice to you.
Yeah, lots of hand position changes, but you're getting the flow of it.
I'm giving good advice.
A little fun fact. In karate, the double punch is
I
called
suppose it must be a bit strange coaching yourself.
It is weird.
Let those hands go like you have your own guitar solo.
You gotta find that flow state here.
I think I like these fun combos, hitting these mid, high, and low ranges. Yeah, you see it coming? Your hips and your
I missed one. So frustrating.
I did too. I don't feel so bad. I know, because you're like, I thought I had that.
So in the flow, yeah.
here.
And sometimes you can focus on being too perfect,
Oh,
which is
absolutely.
my problem.
I'm definitely a perfectionist as well.
Oh, 100%. But next time, don't tell me if you mess up.
Try to hit it. You got your mid shots, you got your high blocks, you got your low shots. Right, so you're taking everything off the center line.
Uh-huh.
Starting to regret
All
myself.
right.
About it and let
No.
I didn't quite dress for the occasion. Didn't think of that.
That does affect it, you know. You gotta be comfy, but you wouldn't be comfy in a street fight, so.
That's very true.
round 2 on deck. More in store for round 2, and we're throwing in some bows.
All right, it's round 2. Let's see what we got.
Let's get it.
It's my favorite strike, elbow strike.
Tip, your elbows just
There is
in line
definitely
with
some
your shoulder.
power behind an elbow strike, isn't there?
Well, one of the sharpest body parts, so.
I primarily came from a boxing background, so I'm not so used to the elbows and
Straights and
those
hooks.
sorts of strikes.
Think straight, rotate, straight, rotate.
Think of it as like
Uppercut.
half a hook.
Yeah,
Yes, off the center line and use the momentum for the hook. Combat is kind of like geometry. You gotta find the right angles of attack. And then learning how to shift your body and, of course, generate power. If only they taught me math with striking, I would have done so much better.
I'm funny. There we go. I don't remember saying that. Now, I'm gonna warn you, I do make weird noises sometimes when it gets tough.
that's fine. You're not sounding as out of breath as I am, so you're all right there.
Well, in karate, you know,
The center line and answer back.
you like breathe, and you can make power noises that freak your opponent out.
You miss a thing, you learn from it, and you ride on.
Ha! Ki is what we call it. You just hear us like screaming in the gym.
It's the one thing I can't stand about the gym, when you've got someone trying to power lift and you can hear them through your headphones.
Oh yeah, and they're not really the most PG noises either.
No, absolutely not.
Switch back to your front stance. We got more in store.
More in store, last round. So let's see what's up.
Here we are in the final round, round 3, and I want you to give me your all. We got a lot going on, so I need you to keep on moving. Now remember, we know how to take our guard back from high to low strikes, so keep that up even under pressure. High blocks to mid shots. So listen, you're in the big leagues now. This is an advanced combat class with advanced concepts.
Certainly feels advanced.
So it's no small task.
Does it?
to celebrate.
Alright, it's good to know.
To give yourself props for being here. And if you forget,
Maybe that's the competitive
why I'm in
spirit
your
that I've kind
corner,
of I've pushed harder than I perhaps might do on my own.
Maybe.
Yes, keep it up.
So remember, pressure under fire, right?
Absolutely.
You gotta just laser in. Because stress will get your heart rate up faster.
No matter what your fitness level, no matter what your experience, our bodies are these amazing, adaptable things. And you're training to be your best self.
I definitely missed a few though.
Oh yeah,
I
I
thought I'd compete in martial arts.
definitely haven't quite got
But
the streak
I did,
that I'd
and how
hoped.
did I do it? I kept on moving, even when it's tough, even when you have bad days. Just keep on going. How do you keep on
Power.
moving? One strike at a time. And that got you here to advanced combat.
Ha!
Yes, whether you get them all or you get a few, you did this, and we are so proud of you.
Ha 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 ha!
Ah, no.
That's it. Finish strong.
Got it.
Ha!
Ah,
I'm Coach
Oh.
Phoenix. Come train with me again.
Little noises help.
Rock.
Alright. Here we go.
and that,
Let's see how we did.
a daily challenge complete for me, which is always fun.
Look, you got more move points, and you got a better streak.
That was pretty good. I mean, still an incredible score from both of us. I'd like to see if people in the comments can beat that. I think we should start a little leaderboard of our own. Before we go, is there anything you want to say to the audience to really pump them up, ready for their next workout?
Have fun. Fun is such a great motivator. Fitness can be hard. It could feel like an additional full-time job sometimes. Let it go. Have fun. Don't try to be perfect. You're going to get better with time. And I hope to see you guys on the platform.
Thank you so much for speaking with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully I'll get to speak to you again very soon.